How do you know if your relationship is dying slowly? Not because of cheating, not because of arguing or some big blow up, but because you've gotten too comfortable. In today's podcast, Cece and I will go over how to avoid that from happening in your relationship.
Whew, I hate deep already.
You're absolutely right. So stay tuned. Hey fam, welcome back to the Blissology Podcast, where we keep it real about relationship and everything in between. I'm Will, and with me is my wifey.
Hey, so friends, welcome back.
If this is your first time here, welcome to the family. We drop new episode every Saturday. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
That's right.
And as always, before we jump into today's topic, we'd like to share a blissful moment with you.
Yes, you guys, listen, we have a hot, blissful moment, okay? This woman here, baby, what's your blissful moment?
I wouldn't call it blissful, but it was a moment.
It was a blissful moment, okay? It was a blissful moment that turned into something else.
Well, here's what happened. I got home on Monday, and the kid's like, hey, listen, it's been raining every evening here in Florida. And Monday, it didn't rain. So the kids called me while I was on my way home and says, hey, daddy, we got to go play some tennis. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. No rain. So I got home, I got undressed and grabbed the rackets, get the ball. We went out.
There was a lot of people there.
We started playing. Obviously, weather was nice. I was doing my little show off. And before you know it, this happened.
Yes, you guys. Yes, you guys. This happened too.
Yes. So we took that fun like from here. And the fun went here.
Yeah, he was a baby. Let's just say that this man was like moping.
I don't know if anyone's ever broken a bone, but it's pain.
I didn't think it was that serious, to be honest with you. When I saw it happen, I was like, okay, maybe it's just a little something minor.
That's what I
thought. But there was people at the tennis court that was like, oh my God, are you okay? You know, I'm like, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be macho. You know, she's like, get yourself together. And I'm like, yeah, I got it. But man, that pain was like, whoo.
Yeah, the pain was brutal, I'm sure.
I should have cried. I think I cried on the inside.
Yeah, you did.
Overall, I'm good. You know, I'm taking it lightly. It's going to be wearing this thing for the next 6 weeks or so. But I should be good. Now, let's get back into today's topic. So today, we're talking about what happens when love gets too comfortable, you know, and how to keep
life, because you're getting very comfortable at the tennis court.
Yes, you know, that's what happens. When you get too comfortable, you get too cocky and you do things you shouldn't do. But right. You know, today, obviously, yes, we're talking about what happens when love gets too comfortable.
Yes.
You know, and how to keep it from taking your partner or even your life for granted.
That's right.
I know I never really give my left hand that much respect, but now I realize how much I use it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Complacency can sneak up on you.
Oh, yes.
You know, one minute...
Yes.
You're madly in love.
Yes.
And the next minute you're living like roommates.
Listen.
So those are things we got to do our best to avoid.
My goodness. Yes. Listen, we mentioned this before in the podcast. My husband and I were married for 15 years, together 20 years. So trust me, we've had those moments. Okay. We've had our moment and and I'm sure we will have more of those moments. We just have to remind each other.
Absolutely.
That let's do better. Yeah. And it's scary when you realize you're emotionally drifting while still sharing the same bed every night.
Absolutely. And this episode is for anyone who's ever felt like they've gotten to some kind of routine. Did you lose your spark? Because those are real questions that some of us do ask. Or are we not just nurturing the things that we have?
Are we not watering it? Are we? Yes. Listen, we had conversation, and you know me, I will have those conversations with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I told you one a couple months ago. We've had those moments. We've had one recently.
Oh, absolutely.
We've had one recently.
And this is important because love is a daily thing. You got to keep working at it. And we got to be real. Comfort feels safe. It feels familiar.
Sure does.
And you know, when you feel safe, you feel seen, you feel accepted. So there's certain things you may not be given as much priority to.
That's right.
And that's when it becomes a problem.
That's right.
When you stop showing love because you kind of expect your partner to just know.
You assume they can read your mind. Yes.
Yeah, so and this is where the daily effort is important.
It is important.
Don't ever assume that your partner gets it. This is why it's important to pay attention to signs, certain signs in your relationship. And I know that's something that Sis is real good at. She will pick things up and she'll remind me. Like, say, for instance, being thankful for things that are happening.
Yes.
You have to recognize the things that are happening in the household, in the relationship, and express your gratitude.
Yes. One thing I want to mention is, for the last couple of days, you have not been able to button your shirts. He's been waking me up early in the morning and not able to tie his shoes. And I would, tie his shoes for him. And yesterday morning, he was like, babe, I couldn't even get to this. And I'm like, you know what? I got you. Yeah. And he texts me. He's like, you know what, baby, thank you for, doing this and that for me. And those are the things that really matters, when your partner see that you doing those small things, and it is important.
Yes. And this is where you can't ignore those moments where you have to show gratitude, right?
Yes.
You have to.
Yes.
And obviously Cece kept checking on me. Not just because she always checks on me.
Yeah, but because you injure yourself, so I was checking more.
Checked on more, the parents are checking. So, but that has been a common practice for us to check on each other throughout the day. How's your day been? How are things going?
Yes.
Have those moments because don't always assume that things are going well. You got to pay attention to how you feeling in the house with your partner. Are you becoming more distant from each other, emotionally speaking?
Emotionally check out.
So, and that's something we do our best to do. Sissy, more often, she'll sit me down. We have these chairs in the living room, and that's not why we got them, but they become kind of like our
therapy
check-in moments,
kind of like a therapy session.
Yeah, if I see her sitting there and she's like, babe, come here. I know that we're about to have a moment.
We're about to have a
moment. But we do that to make sure that emotionally we are checking each other
and
out.
that emotionally moment is where we're not scrolling. There's no phone. We are sitting next to each other. We talk without our phones, and that's very important. But if you are, with your partner and you emotionally check out and you're scrolling next to each other without talking, those are the signs that you got to make sure that you call them out. Hey, listen.
Now, Sisa does have her moments. I know there's those moments she has.
It's my TikTok weekend.
It's her TikTok moments.
Yeah, my TikTok is the weekend.
Checking on stuff, and we all deserve to have moments like this. But we make sure that we know that each other's in the house.
That's right.
Again, if one of us is drifting in the wrong direction, we do our best to pull each other back.
I will pull my husband every single time. He may not pull me as much, but I will pull him because we're not roommates in here. We not roommates, and that's the other sign that I want to talk about. If you feel like you become roommates instead of lovers, then that's the part that you gotta pull your man or your woman to you and says, hey, what is happening?
And listen, Sissy's a touchy-feely person, and I have to make sure that I deliver on this. Now, with this hand being the way it is, a lot more work has to be done by this hands, but I'm up for it. So, yes, Sissy's a touchy-feely person. She just likes, although she's like, no, you annoying me. I know she wants it. So, but those are things you need to know about your partner, because you can never let yourself confuse stability with stagnancy. And many of us, we can get stagnant in our relationship.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll tell you, in today's world where we glued to screens, and thank God we're not as glued to screen.
We're not.
It is so easy to give the best of our energy to work, to social media, and live scraps for our partners.
Oh my God. That's deep.
I work hard when I'm at work.
That's deep.
But that's one thing I don't do. I do not bring work home.
Yes.
I close the office. I grab my bag. I get here. My bag gets put away.
And that's one thing I'm working on.
Yes. So, yes, she works from home. And lately I've been checking, okay, what time are you getting off?
In the laptop. He does not want me to bring it to the bedroom.
Yes. And this is why we got to create that separation. It's like, yes, work don't come home with me. And I'm working on getting Sissy to not take work in the bedroom. It will happen. but all of these things are things that we are making sure that we're not giving so much energy to those other things and leave nothings for us.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. And I think part of why this is happening is because culture, if you guys think about it, culture push you to chase the next big thing.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if you're on the phone scrolling, on social media scrolling, and you're like, okay, I've done this and now I got to do this. The next big thing is this.
Yeah, and sometimes we lose our identity in the things we achieve.
Yes, we do.
We think what we do makes us who we are.
Yes, and I think sometimes we treat relationship like achievements. If we want to talk about it, okay, we got the person, and then we go right back to chasing money, chasing likes and success. If you want to be real, and next thing you know, the relationship get pushed to the side because you got what you need, so you stop taking care of it. You stop watering it.
And sometimes many people believes that bringing the money in, that's what keeps the relationship together.
No, I mean we need the money, but at the same time, if you
imagine if all I do is bring the money and think that Cece and I we're gonna be good, we wouldn't be good for a very quick moment. Yeah. So it's important, and I know sometimes we seek that picture perfect thing.
Listen, the social media,
they make us think that we need to be the best at whatever we do. Now, hey, listen, I don't think anyone should slack at what they do, but seeking for perfection, it create expectations that sometimes that's impossible to deliver on.
Yeah.
And sometimes that perfection you're looking for, it's not even real.
It's not.
You know, because especially when you're getting your guidance or your benchmark is from what you see other people are doing.
Right.
You know, what you see on social media, the big houses that people are buying.
Yes.
You know, renewing vows every year.
Jesus.
You know, and then when you look at your life, you see, okay, I'm spending most of my time folding laundry. Especially now, I can't even help Cece because it's hard to fold with one hand. You know, and I say this because we can let down the path where we think everything has to be big. But there's a lot of value in the small moments.
Yes.
As I mentioned earlier, yes, we've done laundry and Sissy criticized me.
Listen, he does not belong in the laundry business. I'm just saying, because y'all, let me tell you this. My husband, him and I, he was helping me, okay? This was before his injury happened. He was helping me with the clothes. And boy, let me tell you, this man had you have a funny way of folding your undershirts.
I look at things, if they folded and they could be stored in, that's it.
You don't care about how they go in the drawer, is what I'm saying. Like, you had your undershirt inside out, and they were all in the drawer, and they were all inside out. I'm like, who does that? And I asked him,
they
why?
weren't all. Some of them were.
Babe,
some of them weren't.
You had all your undershirts inside out, and I had to go in the drawer, take them out, and make sure they are properly, you know, the right way in the drawer. She's
got her ways.
I have my
doing
process.
things,
Okay,
right?
I have my process is why I don't want him to help me with laundry. I tell
but I like that because those are things that we can do together.
We do, but I appreciate
and that allows us to have a good conversation.
But
now
here's the thing, and you knew this before. And I appreciate it. I'm like, baby, you know what? Don't touch these. Don't touch this pile here. Do
like you can only touch that.
Do the sheets and do the towels and do this and do that. Because, of course, they're a lot heavier. I'm like, you know what? Don't touch the undershirts. Don't touch these and don't touch that. So because you don't do them the way that I do them.
I know.
Don't put the clothes in the hanger.
Just like I don't cook the way that she cooks. She come in the kitchen, I'm doing it. She's like, do that this way.
Well, because I'm just trying to help, right? And it's fun. It's fun.
Very particular. But we do these little things together, because hey, listen, it allows us to have conversations.
It does.
Although most of it is her telling me how I'm not doing things.
We gotta tell each other how to do things in life.
Yeah,
that's how we grow.
These small things that we can, kind of jump in and do together.
Right.
It makes a big difference in how we communicate.
Right.
And how we resolve issues. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that folding the way that you do, because so. I'm looking at it as long as it's folded. But I've made some good improvements on my cooking.
Yes, you have.
Yes. So, and that's real love.
It is.
When you can do things like this with your partner. And sometimes it's easy to miss those things if you're chasing what you're seeing being done online by other people, right? So enjoy the moments that you can have and avoid comparing yourself. Just be with your partner. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this episode, remember to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone you think who needs to hear this. You know, Sissy recently made a guide available free to you. It's about unlocking your full potential. The link is in the description below. Go ahead and download it. It's free. Now let's get back into the episode.
So let's get into how to turn things around when love gets too comfortable. Okay. For me, first thing first is gratitude. I'm a woman of gratitude.
Yes.
You have to have gratitude. You got to pause and notice the small things your partner does.
Yes.
And I think that's something that goes a long way. Sometimes people may not see it, but if you take time to see, you know what, he went out of his way to do this for me or the family, that says a lot. Okay. And I know one thing my husband does is where you say thank you when it comes to the laundry, for folding the clothes or for doing certain things. And I appreciate it. And it's good to hear these things.
You know, saying thank you is something I've learned early on, that it's important, because when you live with someone, there's a lot of things that happen. A lot. From the moment we get out of bed until we get back into bed, a lot happens.
A lot.
They're all small things, but you got to learn to pay attention to those things. And I had to learn this real quick, because when I look at the things, and obviously I take part in a lot of things we do. So I get to understand what it takes to get things done.
Right.
From cooking to cleaning the house to taking care of the kids. All of these things, I know how much it takes. And yes, when I know they get done, I say thank you. Now, there's certain things I do. Cece, I have no idea what they take. Like, for instance, I had to relocate our networking equipment. Tons of wires, tons of equipments. I know Cece went and looked at it. She's like, thank you for doing this. She has no idea what I just did. She just knows that I connected a lot of wires and the internet works when she needs it. But even things that we don't quite understand, we always do our best to express, because everything that happens in the house benefits us.
I think so.
And I say every couple, look at your household. Think of if I get up right now and I go in the cabinet in the kitchen and there's a clean plate there.
Right.
Something make that plate clean.
That part. Right.
So it's important, and gratitude, I think, is the first place to start.
Yes, and that's one thing that we do, and we teach our children every single day. Say thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes. And of course, I do sometimes when it's been like a long day and he stopped by, pick up dinner. I'm like, baby, you know what? That was very nice of you. Thank you for picking up dinner. Yes. And it's something like that. Like it's just, it goes a long way.
It tells me that you see me.
Right.
It tells me that you understand what I do is important.
Yeah.
Big or small.
Right.
And it makes you want to do more.
Yes.
I got to find another project to work on once this hand gets better, and it's good to be intentional when you do things. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a big date night.
Right.
I'm not forgetting about our date, and I'm still working on it, but it doesn't have to be just big stuff. There's a lot of micro moments that happens. You have to see them, right? Yes. You mentioned earlier on weekends, sometimes we just take out and we sit together and we eat. Appreciate those things.
Yeah, like last weekend we had some fried plantain with some chopped chicken.
I made the plantain, you made the chopped chicken.
This is what happened, right? Yes. And we're in the kitchen together.
He was frying the plantain, fried plantain,
and then I was making the chicken. It was like good chicken breast, and it was good.
Yes, it wasn't unusual. I think that's the first time we've had fried plantain with
we've had it before.
The chicken we're gonna do
Taco Friday with
it.
That's right.
So we realized that, you know what, we could do something else.
Yes.
So, and we do, those are small things. We do them in the house. It's not like we went out. So the point is to not look for perfection, but look for ways to connect.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
The chicken was spicy though.
The chicken was good.
But it was spicy.
The chicken was tasty.
Yeah.
The chicken was good.
She got that from her mom. They make spicy stuff.
It's in my blood. It's the Caribbean stuff, okay? You got to have good spices and good food. Yes. Okay, and I want to say this, and be curious again.
Oh, yeah, you have
right?
to.
You got to be curious again. People evolve. We evolve. We have to. Otherwise, then what's the point? You got to ask your partner new questions, right?
Yes.
Not just how was your day, which we know that we ask our partner that all the time, all day, every day, babe, how was your day? I'm more like saying, what's something you've been dreaming about lately? What is your goals, your aspirations? What motivates you? And I know my husband knows that I ask that questions all the time, because I'm a big believer that even though we are growing, we are evolving, you should be having more. I'm very ambitious. I am very, very ambitious. You know that. And it's not
too.
Very much. And it's not about other people's success. It's more like about myself. I don't want to be where I was 5 years ago. I want to be ahead. Of course, success is everything, right?
And asking those questions are important. There's one question sometimes you ask, and I appreciate it, is tell me if there's anything that's troubling you. You know, what are some of the challenges you're running into? And obviously she knows there's certain things that I'm better at than other things. Yes. But you know what? Being able to have a discussion around, hey, listen, I was attempting to do this, and this is the challenges I ran into. Because sometimes I have so many things going on that I can't focus on one thing.
Right.
And she knows that. And if she sees me pick something up while I have another thing running, she's going to call me out and so forth. So,
I just did recently, and I'll tell you put it down.
Yeah. So all of these things are important because it allows allows you to keep an eye on your partner, ask them about what's going on,
Right.
give you the ability to maybe give an input on what's happening and help them get there. Like, for instance, she'll run across something on social media that's really valuable and really deep. She'll come and share it with me. She'll read a book. She'll say, sometimes she send me pictures of passages in the book. She was just like, hey, let's take a snapshot. And then before I know it, I got a picture text.
Yes.
And it's a passage in a book.
Yeah.
So we share a lot.
I'm your therapist.
Yes.
He doesn't want to believe it, but I'm his
Sometimes
therapist.
she coaches me so much. You
I
know,
have to.
I get a lot of speeches.
Baby, that's how we grow. You can
know?
coach me.
Sometimes I'm like, hey, be my wife for a moment. But you know what? All of this, it's all part of building what we have.
Correct.
And I say for us guys, we got to learn to be present.
That's right.
Now, that's something I've been doing for the last few months or so. Try to disconnect from my phone. Right now, I don't even know where that thing is, but I know it's in the house.
Mine is right here.
Right? I put it away, and I started to do this just to see if I'm in the house,
Yeah.
I don't have to have my phone with me.
Right.
So I say this to say that be present, you know, be able to sit next to your partner and be able to look him in the eye while you have a conversation with them, not looking down on your phone. Try to avoid doing other things while you're talking to your partner. If we're sitting, like, for instance, Cece's sitting on those chairs that I mentioned we have in the living room and she calls me. If I have my phones on my hands, I put it away because I know that moment I need to sit my butt down and listen.
Right. And here's the thing too. If we having a moment, if we're talking about something that's very important and you have your phone and you're scrolling, I'm going to tell you, let me know when you're done. Because that's just how I am. I'm going to ask you, are you done scrolling? Or are you done doing what you're doing? Because I feel like if we are having a deep conversation, if we're talking about something and you are in the middle of an email or if you texting someone, I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
And I know
because
that,
it's okay to wait.
It's okay to wait. And because of how we've run things, if I'm doing something and I know that I have to get it now, just see, let me wrap up with this and then I get to this.
Yes.
And avoid that multitasking while you're doing this because they never really get your attention. So be present.
Yes.
Be present. I'll tell you, if you want to really rebuild or build that emotional intimacy with your partner, you have to be present. Now, some people think that go out and buy stuff for your partner and so forth. No, being there makes the biggest difference. Yes. And I've learned that, and I pray to God that I don't forget that.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
So it's important. So guys, listen, learn to disconnect from some of those things that takes your attention and give your attention to your spouse or your partner, wherever you are in your relationship stage.
Yes. And I want to add to this that I think sometimes people take love for granted because they start taking life for granted too when you think about it.
Yes.
You know, they get caught up in, we talked about this earlier in a lot on the podcast because we get so busy in our daily routine or everyday activity, and then we stop noticing the little blessings, right? Although there's no such thing as little blessings. All blessings are blessings.
But some may take a little bit less effort than others.
And then we forgot how fragile
life could be. I could lose this hand.
Yes.
That could happen. So we gotta put a lot of weight on the things we have and give them the importance that they deserve.
Yeah.
Right? Because we don't have a whole lot of time to spend on this planet.
Listen, I think we have to definitely be grateful for our partner every single day and stop taking your partner for granted. Just because you've been married for a long time with someone does not mean because we are in the same home, we're gonna be on this autopilot where we just do the same thing over and over again, because we're not living. We're literally just roommate. We're not lovers. You become where we just there. We just do what we needed to get done to move on with life, right?
There's a whole lot more to life than that, you know. And this is where we gotta learn to start looking life as something precious, you know. And you gotta treat your partner like they're precious as well. So don't let things get in the way, because I tell you, the moment that you start putting that level of importance to your partner, you'll find little things that may get in the way, you can let them go a lot quicker. You'll argue a lot less because you'll remember that this is your person.
Yes.
And the time you have to spend with this person is not as long as we think it is.
Sure. Right.
So make every moment counts. Cece and I, we stop arguing. We can disagree on stuff, we're gonna have a conversation. But raising voice and getting pissed and all that stuff.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that
I've
because
learned.
the thing about raising voice, I don't think we ever done it for the last 15
but
years.
there's been moments of unhappiness that used to last days.
Well, listen, people evolve. If we stay the same, then we're not evolving.
There used to be moments of unhappiness that used to last days.
Yes, and those moments were not good. Okay, and we have to grow up.
Yes, someone grew up.
I sure did. Yes. And it's okay to admit that. It's okay to see your progress in life because in life you're supposed to not be the same all the time. You're supposed to moving on up, like the song says. And I think sometimes a lot of couples, they forget that once you get your spark back, you have to protect it.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's not just about fixing things when things are broken. It's more about keeping them healthy. Because if you don't protect what you rebuilt, you're going to end up right back where you started. Yeah.
And I think in any relationship, there needs to be some level of preventative steps that we take, right? We can't be going from fixing one problem to hang on and then let it become another problem and fix it again. We got to do these daily things to make sure that we don't run into problems.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So protect what you have. And once you build it, you want to keep it good. And this is why the little things you do matter. Pay attention to your partner.
Effort matters.
Oh, absolutely.
Consistency matter.
Yeah. It's like people think we're good now so we can relax. No. But remember, love don't function on autopilot.
Correct.
Right? If every morning that, I know that it's important that I kiss my wife and wish her a good day and maybe squeeze her a little bit, I will keep on doing these things. Right? Like my kids, I express the same thing. I don't ever leave my house without even giving them a big kiss and hug. So those are things. And obviously coming home, we express the same thing. I come home and I look for everybody. The kids find me already. So all these little things we do. Like, yes, I take lunch. And if I can give her 1 minute, she'll get that 1 minute just to see how she be.
I only get 1 minute, y'all.
Sometimes she gets my whole lunch. It's not always you get 1 minute. But all of these things is the things we do to make sure that what we do don't become an autopilot.
Correct.
We gotta do these things to make sure that we
put the effort.
Keep that connection alive.
Right.
I talk to CC on my way home from work. Yes. I vent sometimes.
You do a lot, and we do that on the phone.
But all of these little things is to prevent what we have from running on autopilot.
Right. I agree. And I think for us, it's been doing that. The small little things here and there on purpose.
We haven't done those huge dates.
We have not done.
We gotta be honest. We haven't. I've been working on it though. 2025 is not gonna end with me not having.
Well, you have until December 31st.
I have some time.
You have until watch. He's gonna be like, baby, it's December 31st. It's gonna date.
I've been doing little things. For instance, Starbucks coffee. I know she loves that stuff on the weekend. Although lately they've been screwing up on the order. I would bring it in and she's like, "This is not the right way." I don't know what's to do with Starbucks people. They have to have their stuff a certain way.
And it's been like that for years.
I'm not a Starbucks drinker.
It's been like that for years, baby. We're talking about almost 5 years now.
I know, but lately they've been getting it wrong, and I get to hear about it. There's been a few weekends I've had to go from one Starbucks to another to see if I can get it right. And there was one weekend both Starbucks got it wrong. So, but we do the little things. Like I know those are the little things she likes. I would make sure that if I'm out,
try
to remember to get one.
Yes.
The other day I was told not to go to because that place kept screwing it up, and she's like, don't waste the time.
I'm like, don't waste my $5. Right. Don't waste my $5.
So if you can't do the big things, don't forget to do the small things.
Right.
Because they are just as important.
And I think for me, it's because you do it on purpose. Right.
Oh yes.
I always
have to remember to do this.
I always tell my husband this. It's the little thought that you put into it that makes so much.
Oh yes. And I will continue to do these things as long as I can remember, because sometimes I do forget stuff.
As
right?
long as I can remember.
But and all this goes towards protecting what we've built. Not letting other things get in the way, because there's so many things happening in our lives that can get in the way. You take your work, you take stress, you take social media, you take family. All these things can eat up your energy if you let them.
Especially social media.
So we had to get better at putting up boundaries.
Right.
Like the phone, yes, there are certain places we don't bring the phones. Because social media, I stopped consuming all other social media except for
YouTube Shorts.
But even that, I'm staying off of them less and less. Now, yes, if I'm working on a project, I usually consume a whole lot more just so I can make sure I get the education I need for the project. But we set certain boundary, and Sissy will call it out if
the girls will call you out.
Yes. So all of these are done to protect what we have, and setting boundaries is important because it helps to prevent things from getting between you.
Right.
Like we also have boundaries around things that we discuss with people outside of this house. There are certain things that only happens here and here alone. Yeah. So no one will have an input on it except us.
Yes.
Right? So all of these things are important.
Yeah, and they make such a big difference though.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. You know, when you stop letting outside noise or voices get in your relationship, any decision you make is your decision. Right. And once you do it, you focus on each other, not what someone else says you should do based on their own sometimes crazy thinking. No, when we do things here, we do things ourselves. Yeah. So, and we can actually do it in the interest of each other.
Yes. And we can hear each other too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
So, you know, celebrating each other is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Although I got to learn to do that even better. Like pay attention to little things. As people in a relationship, you got to learn to listen before you even try to defend yourself. Because the moment that you try to defend yourself, you'll miss the whole point.
That's right.
And I've learned not to do that. I'll hear you out.
Yes.
And then I'll try to say, okay, those 2 times I was called out, yes, they had every reason to call me out. And I'll tell you that when someone feel appreciated, they give more. They do more loving, more appreciation comes back. So don't ever let yourself or myself miss an opportunity to show my partner some appreciation. Yeah. That same goes for the kids. Yeah. There's nothing more motivating than to show your kids you appreciate. And I tell you, my oldest daughter, she's been drawing a man. She is like, she'll take things. Oh, she's already drawn me with the cast on.
She already did.
Yes.
She already did.
So there's a me with the cast on, with the beard. And crazy enough, I have the cast on and I'm smiling.
Sure is. Sure is.
Yes.
Yes. And I think sometimes it's these little things that matters, right? You don't have to wait until something is broken to start fixing it, to start showing love. And I don't get why people wait until something is not working to start showing love again. And I always say this to my husband. Love is something that is so beautiful that you got to keep watering it. You need to shower your flower. Yeah. And then that takes me to what we talked about a few months ago, is because when you marry someone, your wife is literally a flower that you got to keep watering it, and you have to keep nurturing it. And that's love. I take care of you. I do what I need to do for the family, for you and the kids. And I think once you start doing that, once you nurture it and water it, that's how you keep love alive.
Oh, yes.
Because you got to keep, giving it something.
Being there for your partner and do things that support what you've built is absolutely necessary.
Yes.
And start with the little things.
And honestly, you guys, that's what it all comes down to, right? Love can't just be, something what we fight for when it starts slipping off your fingers, right? It has to be something where we protect every single God day, okay? Before it starts slipping away, because you don't want that. You want to make sure that you take care of it. So if you've been rebuilding the spark, okay, I want you to hold on to it, okay? Hold on to it. Take care of it. Guard it, because what you have is so special and you know it. You just got to keep, holding tight and work hard for it, because love requires hard work.
I'll tell you that it does. And I think, for us men, we have to be very mindful as to what we do to support our partner. Yes. And I say, if you're listening right now and you're realizing you've let comfort sneak in, don't beat yourself up though. It happens to all of us.
Yes.
The key is to catch it early.
Yes.
And sometimes you may not be the one who catch it. It may be your partner. So if they bring it up to you and says, hey man, listen, things are not what they used to be. Take a step back and have a conversation about, okay.
Right.
Let's talk about it. Let's see where we are.
Yes.
And be willing to make the change.
Right.
Because love will not survive if it's on autopilot. There's no way.
It's not.
You know?
It's not.
You gotta learn to make daily choices.
Yes.
You gotta learn to choose to notice what's happening around you. You gotta learn to appreciate your partner and what they do.
Right.
And learn to show up for them even when it's not exciting. Yes, there are some days that things may be on the down low, but still show up. So today, just do one thing. Look at your partner in the eyes and tell them something you love about them. Right? Like right now, I'm digging your nose.
Okay.
But yes, I love Cece for being who she is. She's a caring person. Listen, with my hand being this way, it seems like these people think that I'm sick. I can't do anything on my own, right?
We care because we care.
And she's trained the kids to be just that way. But you know, one of the greatest things I love about Cece is that she cares about people. She cares about family, and she cares about us.
Yes.
She put herself last, even when I try to force her not to, because I know that she can't be good to me if she's not good to herself. But yes, she's a very selfless person, and she wants to make sure that her family is taken care of. And I love that about her.
Oh,
right?
Thank you, babe.
Like this morning, I left the house and I left my painkillers at home. I was afraid she may get in the car, so I'm like, I sent on that text that I'm good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I was afraid she may get in the car and bring it to me, but I didn't want her to.
Yeah.
So find the things that you appreciate about your partner and share it with them, because they need to hear what you appreciate about them.
Yeah, and I appreciate it too.
Right, you know what? Because love, that's how you nurture it. You express the things that makes the person you're with the best version of themselves.
Yes.
And let them know you know
right.
that. So,
right.
As I'll tell you, life is too short to not show the person that you're with how much you appreciate them.
Yes.
How much you value what they do.
Right.
Because taking them for granted will get you nowhere. So with that said, guys, I appreciate you spending your time with us today on the Blissology Podcast. Now, I'd say if this episode helps you, if it reminds you of something, or if you think it'll remind someone else that you may know of how important it is for them to be good with each other, please share it with them. And make sure you follow the Blissology Podcast, because we put out new episode every Saturday. Until next time, everybody, keep showing up with love, with respect, and with intention. Until then, take care. Peace.